City of Titans, the MMORPG spiritual successor to City of Heroes, has rallied a loyal following, so much so that it has been reincarnated as City of Titans. This captivating video showcases footage from the game, taken directly from a dev Discord stream. Keep in mind that City of Titans is still undergoing its development stage, as it continues to evolve and shape into an immersive gaming experience.
Look at that sunset, though.
Oh yeah, this game has incredible sunsets and really good sunrises too.
Yeah,
I just wanted to put that out there. That's all.
Yeah, but look at how it goes through the clouds. That is great. I'm just saying. That is great cloud work.
And now the sun is going down, we can kind of turn our attention towards the city's nighttime entertainment district. Well, one of them. There's a lot of them, actually. There's the theater district. There's New Bradford, which is kind of the theater district. There's museums, if that's your kind of thing. And hey, what is a seaside city without a seaside amusement park?
I mean, museums are important. Otherwise, you can't animate undead dinosaur skeletons.
And I know we've had plenty of you with us on previous streams, but those of you that this might be your first or second stream, the music in here is all original. We've had a couple of great composers work with us to create the soundtrack for the game. So this is all new music. This is not stock stuff we pulled from, just some library.
Although we are kind of looking forward to getting some sound effect libraries that some other games may have used.
Right.
I especially want the level up sound, which we have identified it just costs 10 grand. I want to be able to spend that 10 grand and not care about it.
Yeah.
It's not just that sound, it's a whole library. It just has a lot of sounds in it. But that's beside the point, and it is cosmetic, and we can wait for later. But it's out there. A lot of the old sounds are out there and actually owned by sound libraries. Oh, hey, Frog.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a teleport.
Oh yeah, certainly.
I am actually going to increase the range on that before you guys get it. So this delay allows me to do that.
Oh, hey, can you get in the basket?
Actually, if you time it just right, oops. I have done this before. Give me a second. Oh, it's going down. Okay. But yes, you can get in the basket and land.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going on a ride. So that thing I said about riding on the bus, that is one of the differences between this and the old game. We are going to have boats, we're going to have buses, and there will even be taxis, and you can just ride on top of them. You might be able to ride in them too, but it's more fun when you're riding on top of them. And the goal is to have the bus go from point to point in the city, so you could actually ride from district to district relatively safely.
We're thinking about having a mogul tour, and if you complete that,
Exactly.
you'll get a badge.
Gonna get a double decker and have if we can, add some kind of canned announcements to it, or LED, equivalent about fake LED signs that tell you a little bit about where you're going. But that's that's again cosmetic later. But this riding on that Ferris wheel is showing that yes, we have this and we have that part of it working.
And Lady Kitsune, yeah, Evil just answered it. Really, just any way you can think of to spread the word. I know we've been around for a while. I know this has been a work in progress for some time, but we just whatever way you can think of to spread the word. If you happen to know anybody who does blogs, point their attention towards us, towards our Discord, towards all of this, and really just spread the word. That's the best we can ask for right now. All right. And yes, if you just stay in the cart, this will just continue all the way around and around. You can just ride the Ferris wheel for hours if you want to, but we'll get on to something else here. Because I've done this on a couple different streams, so let's see how far I get flung this time.
Yes.
Okay. I got not too bad. Usually a couple times I've gotten flung out to sea and it took a little while to get back.
But I just actually want to point that out. Yeah, you've all played Grand Theft Auto or some game like it. And you know that if you hit physics objects like that, weird stuff happens. We've managed to make it so that if you do something strange, like jump into the scrambler, it's not that bad. It doesn't. I mean, I'm sure it can in some cases do the weird launch thing, but we've largely managed to keep it under control. So if you manage to take a rook and hit him with knockback so hard he bounces into it, he's not going to wind up 5 miles up. Strange people. Hey, Frog.
Yeah.
Can you parkour on something?
Yeah, give me a second. In fact, I'm in that balcony there is a perfectly good, if I do this right. There we go.
Yep.
And I hit this.
Just wanted to show that off for people.
Yep.
By the way, folks, we did not plan this stream at all.
Nope. This really was a spur of the moment deal.
That was not planned. It was just, we happen to have it in this area. Go ahead. By the way, parkour works really well with teleporting. You can pop up next to a building and just climb into the top. Boom, done.
Yeah, get into Red's creepy, dark, haunted castle zone. I mean, for those of you that have a Universal Studios near you, this is just giving me serious Halloween Horror Night vibes.
I actually did some work for them once. Universal Studios Florida. You ever been to the Barney exhibit?
I try to avoid the Barney exhibit.
I know horror, man. This was the same time I was working in VR. One of the things we got a contract for, because we were a museum company, was what they called tonestones. They were
too dark.
Poured plastic rocks that, if you pushed, made a note.
Oh, I've run into something like those in other places.
Yeah. And they may have been our work. I worked specifically on the Barney exhibit.
Yeah, it used to be a whole lot darker, Lady K. We've lightened it up, and still that's another one of those things that we're going to be adjusting as we go. We lighting, sound, all that. We're going to make multiple passes and try to find a good balance for all of it.
Actually, let's just take don't forget, by the way, this is Frog's personal gamma settings. What he sees may not be what you see on your computer. I should also point out, Frog, what exactly are we looking at? And don't forget, there is a performance overhead for streaming. So
right.
What are we looking at?
Meaning
memory, CPU.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
My machine is pretty middle of the road. I have a Pentium i5 chip. I'm running a GTX 1050 Ti graphic card. It's, you know, it
Yeah,
was top of the line a decade ago. And my only real thing is I'm running about 32 gigs of RAM. But I have had this running on this machine before I upgraded the RAM. I had it running at 12 gigs of RAM, and it ran pretty well. I just needed to dial back on the graphic settings just a bit.
I just want to point this out. We are doing this magnificently huge open world on a 10 series video card.
And as Evil is happy to point out every now and then, this is not fully optimized yet. This does not have all the graphics processing and all the tricks that make it even more efficient to run on machines.
So
That will be near the end of the process as far as he explains it.
Yeah, you cook it down and then it gets locked down. But yeah, so folks, we did our very best to make this a game that everyone can play, no matter how potato their computer is.
One of Tal's great chill tracks here. I think this is one of Tal's. And really, I'm just kind of giving a flyover with no particular agenda here. So just touching lightly on every corner of the city. There's a lot of detail that I'm not showing off just because there's way too much of it. And we want you to get in there and find some of the little nooks and crannies and corners. And
Although we will take suggestions.
oh yeah, if there's a particular something you want me to aim for, let me know. I will
Don't have
try
to
to
know the
find it.
exact location. I'm saying if you want to ask, show us the woods, show us the comic book store,
Yeah.
show us the CD back alley. Ask for something and we'll go. Yeah, let's go for it.
We'll go find one. Yeah. We are over the Firetown district of the city. We are launching with, and Red, if you're still on, double check me on my numbers here. If he's not, Cabot, you probably can. 8 districts, 41 individual neighborhoods, something like that. This is just
Yeah,
the launch. This is just the launch area. Yeah.
Actually, no. Technically, that's a third of the city.
Roughly a third of the overall map that we're planning. Yes.
Which we can, by the way, expand later, and in fact does not include locations that are off planet. Because one of the great promises that we never got was the rocket ship to the moon. I want to do a rocket ship to the moon, and I want to fight Nazis on the moon.
Since we have the water in the real estate, I would rather go down before we try to go up.
Mm. And of course, the underground parts with the dinosaur people.
Yeah, we're getting more people signing in. Shea Butter's back, Nikki's back. A lot of folks, welcome again. If you haven't joined us for one of these streams before, we're just kind of drifting around the city, no plan, no agenda, talking about things, answering questions. Hello.
Dive, Frog. You're at the water, hit it.
Well, let me get some proper.
Not really. There's nothing to see there yet. So
no, but I do want to show that we can do it because
Bloosh.
Because a lot of games you just die when you hit the water. If you notice the grass is there anyhow. Like I said, we have to fix it, but it looks very nice and watery under there.
Yep, and just gotta get out of it again.
That's a separate issue. Yes.
Splash. Where am I? Oh, okay. That's the problem with going underwater. I kind of lose track of where I am.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I got it now.
In a great way, but it's there, and we can use it. Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. No, doesn't kill you, and it's set up for eventual exploring. If
Yeah,
you recall, there is a fishman. If you look in our old videos.
oh, I'm pretty certain I could find one or two if I wander around the city tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're over there by the plaza.
Oh yeah, I know where to find them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there is a fishman, and we are near to where Boston would be, so we do kind of have plans there that we haven't talked about all that much.
Yeah, Lady Kitsune, Evil just answered it. There will be a subway system. In fact, I'm coming up on one of the metro stations now, and that would kind of be the entry and exit points all around the city. So that's your quicker way of getting around from neighborhood to neighborhood if you don't already have travel or if you don't want to take the long way.
Although we are adding a fourth tier of travel power, which is zone to zone. Although since we don't have zones, but section to section, you just boom out of there and land real fast. But that's a separate issue. That's fifth tier, whatever. Either way. The hard part here is making sure that the travel powers are fast enough to deal with a world the size that we made, because even Independence Port was like 2 miles.
Yeah, and that was about the biggest zone in the old game. And that took a while to go from end to end on.
Yeah, this is bigger. A lot
Bigger,
bigger.
much bigger. Oh, hey, Rebel joined us. It's only
Oh,
fair.
Rebel's doing something special you're gonna see, folks.
Oh yeah, he's been kind of one of the brains behind some of the videos we've done in the past. So he's got some good stuff he's cooking up for us for this one.
Actually, funny thing you said that about third tier travel power being the subway. One of the things that we haven't developed yet, but we kind of, have stored in the pocket for later use, is supporting the old man builds. The people who have no actual powers and try to do everything like a normal human. That's actually what started parkour in the first place. Um, I am hoping that we can wind up using buses and subways as a travel power. So where your character actually has no travel power, but can get around about as fast as a flyer by getting on a bus and using the door and so on. But that's again for later.
Civic Minded 5 to the station wagon.
That's exactly it. I gotta admit, I really do appreciate the tech. That was a great cartoon. I mean, the shows were good too, but that cartoon. I mean, when you get down to it, you realize the Tick was basically Venture Brothers.
Before Venture Brothers.
No, no, I mean literally. What's his name actually worked on the show quite a lot. He also worked on Doctor Horrible. There is actually a character from the Tick in Doctor Horrible. Undead Bowie, Dead Bowie, Dead Bowie. He's one of the evil League of Evil. You don't see him, but he was actually mentioned in the Tick as well.
Yeah, we mentioned Fishmen earlier.
Oh, look. Yeah, that was a right hook, all right.
They get a little handsy, so you gotta remind them to keep their hands flippers to themselves, or just
Oh, by the
preemptively
way,
walk
this
up and smack one.
little notice the little selected target button arrow. We kind of added that recently.
So, for those of you that seeing the combat, this is simply a very basic placeholder system. Evil is going to be getting back to working on, I should say, um, our full out combat system, getting the powers from the power lists and getting all that done. So this, you've got this available to you now, but more and better is coming.
Yeah, this was like, okay, give us a punch, give us a kick, give us an area of effect, give us a blast, give us a ranged cone, just enough to prove that, in fact, yes, the idea works.
And kind of the same thing with the movement system. The movement we have in here is, for those of you that already have the island, it's a fairly rudimentary system, and more and better is coming.
And in fact, half the more and better is there. It's just not hooked up. Although we are replacing the key bindings with an enhanced key binding system about now. I mean, literally, this is a thing we've been working on the last week in a spare time. And that the thing that comes with the enhanced key binding system is remapping keys, which is something everyone's been asking. Why can't we remap keys? Well, the answer is we were waiting for this. It's going to come next. Northeastern Research District.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's funny thing about how we got that name. Basically, the research districts were, in fact, a World War II thing. The country was divided up into zones. I believe New York City was in the Eastern Research District. We added a new one and called it Northeastern Research District. If the Eastern Research District was studying nuclear weapons, I'm not going to guess what the Northeastern Research District was studying, but there might be something buried under the ground in NRD that is there for us to dig up and find out.
There's tech, and then there's NRD tech.
One of the interesting things about Titan City is that recently, and I mean recently in game universe, they got the Wardenclyffe broadcast power, Tesla's broadcast power. They got that working. So if you're in NRD, your phones will stay charged. This is also, by the way, how the flying cars work.
Now,
the effect is not big enough to be out of NRD yet.
Right. And I'm curling out towards here just to kind of show off these blue signs. Bayview post-launch area. This is our south, the area of the south side map. The next section that's going to be put in, all this empty territory out here.
Actually, about 20 feet.
Sorry, what?
Back up about 20 feet. I want to show him something.
Hit the brakes.
Just turn around. Okay. You see those steps in the ground?
Let me get a little closer.
The way that you're actually parallel to it.
Yeah. Let me change my perspective a little bit.
Yeah. There. You see those steps in the ground? That is actually when we built this, we used a little bit cruder than what you're seeing. We used a little bit of a cruder mapping system, and those are artifacts of the size of the grid of the map of the terrain map. You know how if you're looking at a terrain map, you see those lines that show you the shape of the terrain and how tall it is. That is literally what you're seeing there. And the plan is, of course, to smooth that all out, but it hasn't been done yet. So I thought that would be an interesting thing to point out.
Nazca lines. Yep. Hadn't thought about that, but
yeah, okay, I can dig it.
Yeah, I don't object to the idea, but that might turn into a
dinosaur thing,
a down the road phase kind of thing. I know we've got plans for districts outside the city that are outside the city, so plenty of room out there for interesting stuff to go in like that.
That was one of the things I liked about the recent Transformers movie. They said, it took place in Peru and stuff, and they said, yeah, the Nazca lines are there, and yeah, no, we didn't do them. You guys did them. They're just neat. they didn't make it a huge alien thing or anything. They just, paid respect to the people who made them in the first place.
So coming over the Aurora neighborhood, and this is one of the neighborhoods we haven't talked much about in formal updates. It's one of the newer neighborhoods that's been assembled, and it's kind of got 2 3 different phases to it. It's got neighborhoods that are got some money and connected to media and technology, and that's got some other neighborhoods, and we can see those ahead of us that have had hard times. And these are sections of the city where if you've got the dark and gritty Avengers of the Night kind of heroes, this might be their neighborhood. Oh yeah, uh, desync. Yeah, the city is designed to be just a little bit of everything, so we can tell all those different stories. We can have a very um, kind of rundown Gothamy section, or a high tech metropolis, or a golden age, silver age. Just about every kind of comic story you can think of, there's going to be a corner of the city that can handle it.
Except there's no mole people. The dinosaurs ate them.
Oh well, we'll have to fix that.
I love child music.
Can a group reenact Paw Patrol? Sure, if they want to. We're not going to stop you.
Paw Patrol and Narcs, man.
Hey, Frog, touch the stadiums.
Yeah, but that's kind of why I was swinging out this way.
Are you ready for some football?
Death, there's still some details to fill in. The things, the things like street clutter
Traffic
and
light.
traffic lights, a lot of little things to kind of fill in around the edges. So that's all part of the big plan of adding more life to the city.
You know how it goes. You do one pass, you do another pass. If you tried building the whole thing all the way in the first area, by the time you got finished, it wouldn't look at the first part wouldn't look as good as the last, and you got started again. We're trying to
And
do it by
and you
perceptual sections.
Yeah, and then you run into that one error that you just can't find because it got buried in 3 or 4 iterations ago. But if you do it in small passes, you can at least track the thing down.
One of the things we do have tech force hanging around is actual cars parking and unparking. So the parking lot will actually eventually fill up and or empty with different people. It's not hugely complex, but it's neat.
RNG if a speedster will hit a pothole. That would be amusing for everybody but the speeder. But More improvements are definitely on the way. Always like
This
this.
looks like where I work.
Yeah, this is not too different from the neighborhood, the kind of neighborhood I grew up in. Very sort of spread out. So I always kind of enjoy this neighborhood. I haven't done ground level speed in this particular run. So yeah, you may see grass poking through streets and maybe a few textural issues. Again, this is stuff we're going to be cleaning up as we go. But just
No,
a
wait,
reminder,
wait, wait. That is
no.
actually getting cleaned up now.
Oh, that's getting
Yeah,
cleaned up now. Okay, that's right.
is
Um,
thing that we understand, and we did fix something else,
right,
and we clean it up after the something else is fixed.
right. But this kind of brings me back around to the tool we're including with this, which will be the error locator. Let me just kind of run up alongside the street here. We are including with the comma button. You can see those coordinates on the right side of the screen. That will take a screenshot, which will be put into a folder in the game directory that you can then drop into Discord to show us where you find a missing bit of texture or a wall that's been clipped through or something like that. Um, we we've caught as many things as we can, but more eyes and ears on it just help us improve and fix even quicker. So we are in effect asking y'all to take on a little bit of a tester role for us. Something cool we haven't seen yet. Okay, now Red's got my interest. Go back to the bridge and follow it to its end. Do I have to be on the bridge, or can I just follow it? Far end, south side. Well, now that he's got my attention,
I'm going to check out the chat.
just follow it from the road. Okay, let me get down on the
Funny
track
thing,
here.
actually, about bowling. Maybe 2 years after the Kickstarter, Dr. Taiki wanted to do a separate bowling game. So I wound up picking up parts for, bowling, 9-pin, 10-pin, skittleball. Nothing ever happened with it, but I do have all those parts hanging around somewhere. I'm not saying that you'll be able to
Red,
go bowling in the game. I am, however, going to say that I do have the parts. I won't say no. I will say that I have plans for skateboarding because I used to be fairly into skateboarding, and we have a skate park.
yeah.
Actually, to actually, here's a little secret. Um, my eventual goal for skateboarding is to integrate it with virtual reality in the game. That's going to be a fun one. But I talked a little bit before about how I was doing it back in the '80s. I still have a few interesting ideas that nobody's actually duplicated since.
I'm glad we're going to do it virtually in the game because I can't do it in real life.
With my leg, I can't do it anymore either. But yeah, I actually skated with a couple. Guy, well, back in the Barcadero, back in San Francisco, I did some interesting things. I actually met a couple of the Dogtown guys, but that's a long time ago.
So I'm going to kind of loop us back around towards City Hall, and we've been going for loosely an hour here, I think.
Oh,
So
good.
that
That's
might be a good time to sort of wrap this up for the evening. It's getting a little late on the East Coast here, so.
You're still looking for Fred's thing?
Oh no, I can find that with now that I know where to find it. That's not hard.
Oh, I missed it then.
Yeah, well, we'll swing through downtown and take a quick flyby.
Okay. Sorry about that. I got distracted. My leg was bothering me. Sorry, I was kind of vamping and giving you time to get there.
Well, yeah, I got there and kind of saw it, and then just shaking my head, quietly shaking my head, going, "Yeah, that's the kind of stuff he put into this game."
Oh boy.
But it'll be something for everybody else to find too. So. Gotta get my bearings here on this one. Both easy and hard to find. One of the good things about City Hall at night, it stands out pretty well.
I do like those archways.
Oh yeah, there was this, government consignment sale. They were selling them all out of an old warehouse. You know, we hooked them up with some lights. They look good. You know, some of the workers disappeared. We don't quite know what happened, but we'll sort that out. Oh, the Superman 64 rings.
But we don't have the green fog.
Yeah, a game that was not hard on purpose. It was just broken. So because we can. And that, I think, is probably a perfectly good way to wrap up this particular stream. Thanks to everybody who's joined in this evening for hanging around with us and listening to us talk. And again, we are working to get this out to you as quick as we can. A few details we need to sort out to make that happen, but keep listening on Discord. Keep listening. We'll let you know just as soon as we can make it happen. Until then, have a good night, everybody, and we'll talk to you in chat.
The magnificent MMORPG, City of Titans, is desperately seeking your unwavering support. We kindly urge you to not only share this captivating game through various social media platforms, but also consider showing your financial support by visiting the links provided in the description. City of Titans, an alluring virtual realm teeming with limitless possibilities, awaits the avid gamers and adventure enthusiasts. Immerse yourself in an awe-inspiring world where heroes rise from the ashes, forging an indelible legacy of courage and resilience. To ensure the success of this groundbreaking MMORPG, we implore you to spread the word far and wide. Rally your fellow gaming enthusiasts, friends, and family to unite under the banner of City of Titans. Share the captivating trailers, screenshots, and informative articles across your social media accounts, capturing the attention of all who yearn for a truly transformative gaming experience. Moreover, we understand the significance of financial support to bring this extraordinary project to its full potential. By clicking on the links provided in the description below, you can contribute to the growth and development of City of Titans. Your generous contributions will empower the visionary developers behind this game to continue expanding the vast virtual universe, refining gameplay mechanics, bringing forth innovative features, and ultimately delivering an unparalleled gaming experience. So, join us on this exhilarating journey as we pave the way towards a new era of MMORPG gaming. Share the excitement, engage with fellow gamers, and help make City of Titans an unforgettable reality. Remember, your support is not only crucial in spreading the word, but it also has the power to shape the destiny of this extraordinary virtual world. Together, let us manifest the greatness of City of Titans through social media and financial backing, hand in hand, forging a legacy that shall be immortalized for years to come. And here are the developers explaining why they need your financial support.
Yeah. We hate to, say this sentence, but we need money to do everything we want to do and you want us to do. So more people mean hopefully more money. But hey, if any of you happen to have a spare $10 million you just don't happen to need.
That is actually how City of Heroes got built. One of the devs won the lottery. $2 million, if I recall right, which was a lot more now.
I also want to stress, money would help us do things because we'd be able to have more people put more time into it, but it will not make a better game. The game is going to be the game regardless. I've been working on this for as long as I can remember, and I'm going to make sure it gets done to the best of my ability, and that wouldn't change whether we were flooded with cash or we didn't get another dime.
And thank you for watching this long video. Please like and subscribe. Like always, stay hydrated.